What is up, everyone? Nick here with my review for The Flash Season 2 finale, episode 23, titled The Race of His Life. Now, obviously, the episode opens up right where we left off last week with the death of Henry Allen, and we kind of just pick up the story from there into a lot of things that happen in the episode. So I'm just going to say right now that this is going to be a very heavy spoiler-filled review. We're going to be talking about who the Man in the Iron Mask is, what's going to happen next season, all of this stuff is going to go down, so let's just get right into it. Now, basically, this episode is actually pretty simple. Zoom basically just wants to race Barry and prove that he's the fastest man alive, and basically Barry has his emotions get over him, and Team Flash doesn't feel like he's suitable to kind of suit up and fight Jay, so they lock him up in a cell for like a good half of the episode, and they try and actually take out Zoom on their own by creating a breach and luring him into it so that he'll be locked away on Earth 2 forever. Now, once they go through with this plan, things are going pretty decently, and then stuff kind of gets out of hand, and Joe actually falls into the breach with Zoom, so he gets taken to Earth 2 with Zoom. Now this is where we get the first shocking revelation of the episode. We cut to Joe in Zoom's prison, like locked up in the chamber, and he says, "Who's that guy in the mask?" And Zoom starts talking about like who he is and all that, and essentially who it is, it's Jay Garrick, the real Jay Garrick from Earth 3. Up until now, we pretty much only knew about Earth Prime, which is the regular Earth that we're all familiar with, and Earth 2. Now, many people had speculated that the Man in the Iron Mask was another speedster from Earth 3, and it seems like this episode confirms that, being the real Jay Garrick. Now we'll talk about his identity and who he's under the mask later on. So basically, Barry and Zoom fight it out, and they have their race, and Barry is able to trick Zoom and defeat him by using a time remnant, one of the many tricks that Hunter Zolomon had used against him throughout the episode and in previous episodes. Now essentially the only way that Barry is able to actually kill Hunter and send him off into the multiverse is by the time remnants. Now the time remnants come because Barry reveals to Hunter that he had actually gone back in time, gotten the time remnant, and then those wraith things come out of nowhere and take Hunter away and make him like a zombified. It almost looked like the Black Flash from the comic books, which is I think what they were trying to go for, because his insignia turned white and red. He had red electricity around him, so I'm guessing that was supposed to be their version of the Black Flash, which is actually a pretty cool Easter egg to throw in the episode there. Now, once Barry and Team Flash are able to take down Zoom, they go back to the Star Labs and they pry the metal mask off the guy that's been trapped in it forever. He stands up and turns around, and it's revealed to be a very old Jay Garrick. Now obviously he has the face of Henry Allen, the one that we knew as the Flash's dad, but he has no idea of any of this. Like, he doesn't know Barry or that he was his dad or anything, that he's his doppelganger on Earth 3. So a lot of people had speculated that it was going to be the doppelganger of Henry Allen, but like from a different Earth, whether that be Earth 2 or 3, because in a previous episode Henry had said that his mother's maiden name was Garrick. So pretty awesome stuff there. He's, like I said, much older. He has a very awesome costume, which is very comic accurate, and he dons the helmet that Hunter had in his possession because he wants to use it as a symbol of hope rather than evil. So that was all pretty awesome, and the episode actually ends with Barry and Iris finally getting together and just embracing their feelings, which is something that people have talked about for the past 2 seasons now, because they have a lot of good chemistry, and I think they're just kind of the end game when you look at it. So right after this scene, we get to see Barry go and save his mother because he's so torn up about what happened to his father and everything, and he goes back to save his mother, and he actually stops Reverse Flash, and they pull a flashpoint on the episode. I was just like sitting there like, okay, they're going there, like they just pulled a flashpoint. So now I'm just like, whoa, is season 3 gonna be like the Flashpoint movie? Like there's gonna be Oliver or like Robert Queen, the Arrow and stuff, so it's gonna be pretty awesome. And you know, overall I thought this was a pretty good episode. I mean, it wasn't as hype worthy as the season 1 finale, but it's a little bit tough to top that because Tom Cavanaugh as the Reverse Flash was just so charismatic, and people I think were a little bit more invested in that storyline than the whole Zoom thing. And to me it was a little bit anticlimactic that their final showdown was just like oh, who's faster, me or you, Flash? And it was kind of, that part was a little anticlimactic, but the whole Jay Garrick reveal and the Flashpoint thing I think kind of rounded out the episode, along with the other Easter eggs. Like I said, the Black Flash Easter egg was pretty awesome. So overall I think I'm going to give this episode a 8.5. I kind of feel harsh giving it that score, but in all honesty it just wasn't as super hype as like the season 1 finale, but I still liked the episode a lot. So yeah, overall I think this has been a pretty good season of The Flash, and I'm very, very excited to see next season and how the ending of this episode is going to affect the CW universe as a whole. Like with the whole Flashpoint thing, maybe that can be an excuse to sort of merge the Supergirl world with the CW world, now that we know Kara is heading to the CW for Season 2 this fall. So yeah, overall, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think of the Jay Garrick reveal, the Black Flash Easter egg, and the Flashpoint tease at the end of the episode? I'm super hyped up, and I want to hear what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section below. And make sure, if you like this video and you are new to the channel, to hit that subscribe button down there and click that like button, because they help us out a lot. We also have a Patreon page if you want to support us there. My name is Nick, and I will catch you guys next time.